Where can Bucknell's student-athlete team captains go to learn about leadership? They can attend the Bison Leadership Academy, as dozens of Bucknell student-athletes did on Monday. Last month, a number of Bucknell head coaches traveled to Annapolis, Maryland for a day-long colloquium led by the administrators of the Student Leader Seminar. Monday, those administrators joined the Bucknell contingent for the fourth-year kickoff of the Leadership Academy. Former director of the John A. Lejeune Leadership Institute and Student Leader Seminar Administrator Dr. Joe Thomas thought the day was a huge success.
You can see the wheels turning, and you can see how they plan to apply some of the abstract things we talk about in conversations and settings like this to what they'll do as team captains or informal leaders, for that matter, on the playing field.
Of course, as you would expect, Monday's kickoff featured a full day's worth of activities. It started off with a regimental run through campus for all of those who participated in the Leadership Academy. After gathering for an icebreaker, the team split up into groups for a variety of sessions and then went outside Academic West for an experiential activity, as Ryan Johnson of the men's track and field program explains.
We had a challenge to take a bucket of water. We weren't allowed to touch it, and all we had was about 8 ropes and 8 people, and one was blindfolded, and we only had to use one hand at a time. So we had to drag the bucket approximately 50 meters into another bucket. So it really emphasized team communication and picking a designated leader to step up and kind of organize the group's thoughts and execute the mission.
After the conclusion of that activity, it was back to small bunches for the student-athletes, and their aim this time was to come up with a mission statement for each group. Softball's Sydney Sanders says most members brought their own team slogans or mantras to the task.
We really talked about the mantras, and what helped the discussions really facilitate the discussions was talking about our personal experiences with our team. And so I happen to be the first example because on the back of my shirt I have our mantra on my shirt. And so I really talked about 2-1-2, which is our mantra, and why it's so important to my team. And so really what today I learned was how I can take 2-1-2 and really execute it. And that was the third focus of today, and it's how do I use this message and really bring it to the team, and how to be the best teammate, best for our coach, how we can all come together and really come to be the best team.
Women's basketball coach Aaron Russell says he liked seeing how other programs operate.
You see your own team and their leadership styles, and I think sometimes each sport, whether it's a team sport, individual sport, you go about it different ways, and I think that requires different leadership skills, different leadership qualities.
And the fourth Bucknell Leadership Academy concluded with a talk by University President John Broadley.
One thing there I think has to be considered is captured best by the single word, integrity. Ask yourself, do you want to follow someone through fire? Do you want to run through the wall? Do you want to run until your legs are screaming with pain for someone that you don't trust?
Senior Associate Director of Athletics and Senior Woman Administrator Maisha Kelly says the goal of this and each year's academy is to introduce ethical leadership built around the themes of leading with a purpose, ethical decision-making, and value of character. And she certainly believes this group tackled those goals expertly.